Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Guillot, General Richardson, first of all, thank you to you and your teams for your service to our country. I'd like to follow up just a little bit with what Senator Kelly began talking about with regard to Haiti. And so, General Richardson, it seems to me that it rather surprises me that there may not have been any advance notice requesting additional or follow-up with regard to the possibility of a NEO operation in Haiti. Wouldn't that seem to be kind of an advisory that would be appropriate if you receive something, at least from the administration, indicating that it's a possibility, and that wouldn't that maybe give you the opportunity to notify those individuals responsible for providing you with the resources necessary to do your duty, to be ready to go? Or, I mean, it doesn't seem to me that they can be on high alert all the time. Could you just expand on that a little bit, please?
So, Senator, I didn't mean to give the perception that we're not ready or that nobody's asked us to be ready or anything like that. We have been discussing that and talking about that, and I have been talking with our Joint Staff, our Chairman, and our Secretary of Defense over the past 2 weeks about all of the range of plans that we might have to do: an evacuation, a NEO, a mass migration, all of those things. And then so those missions of extracting some non-essential personnel from the U.S. Embassy.
It's not just a matter of being ready to fight tonight as much as, yeah, we are aware of it and we are doing some pre-planning just in case the call is made.
Absolutely, Senator.
Okay.
We are ready to go. We have all of our plans ready to go.
Okay, thank you. And then also, I noted with regard to discussions earlier here about the transnational criminal organizations, the drug cartels and so forth south of our border. Both of you have some responsibilities with regard to whether it's in other parts of the NORAD command or SOCOM. Just a reminder once again that under the NDAA, we've already authorized the use of our cyber teams to be able to find out in advance and to know who these people are, where they bank, how they communicate, and so forth. So hopefully we will not just authorize, but now we will fund that part of the operation so that we can assist those countries who want our expertise in finding out more about these organizations, that is available to them, and simply that it is available to you for your use. Let me also just, General Guillot, with the potential divestments of fighter aircraft by the Air Force, there are concerns about how the Air National Guard, who shoulder a significant portion of the burden of Homeland Defense, how they will be able to continue to support you in that capacity while also fulfilling their obligations under the National Defense Strategy. I bring this up because the resourcing of the Air National Guard receives, that the resourcing that the Air National Guard receives appears to be incongruent with their mission assignments, which include both the Aerospace Control Alert Defense Strategy, using the same resources, and then also supporting the joint force in that National Defense Strategy. I'm just curious, are you involved in any planning or discussions with Secretary Kendall and General Lowe as they discuss the plan for long-term Air Force fighter force structure? And if not, I would encourage your involvement. Could you share just a little bit about your communications with them?
Yes, Senator. And first, thanks for pointing out the outstanding contributions of the Air National Guard. We cannot conduct our air defense mission without them. They're not only the cornerstone. They provide at 20 different ACA sites that you mentioned our 24/7 capability to respond. Because of their importance, I have talked directly with the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General Alvin, about the commitment of the Air Force to that mission, and then also what is going to happen with the future as we draw down some capabilities and bring on new capabilities to include the collaborative combat aircraft, the next generation air dominance. General Alvin was very clear that he fully supports our mission and he understands the no-fail nature of our mission. And then he invited me to be a part of the future discussions on how they incorporate these capabilities.
Excellent, because we have to be able to incorporate the Air Guard, and they've got to have the resources to do that successfully. General Richardson, we discussed China's growing footprint and the influence throughout Southcom and how important it is that the U.S. remain engaged in the region. One of the main tools that you have at your disposal, as we discussed in my office, is Section 333 of Title 10, which lets the DOD help build the security capacity of friendly nations. Unfortunately, Section 333 requires you to navigate a ponderous bureaucracy in both the Department of Defense and the Department of State before you can make use of this authority. It is not agile, and it clearly is not very quick. Ironically, the Chinese Communist Party is not bogged down by the same bureaucratic inertia. How important is Section 333 authority to your mission, and how can it be improved?
It is my main lever in security cooperation, Senator. And so the 333, as we call it, and the ability to be able to, I have a 333 package in right now that's navigating all of the wickets that it needs to go through for a counter PRC effort on port scanners, for example. And the stealing of data that the PRC does, and to be able to put a U.S. company in there to be able to do the scanning for in and out cargo is extremely important because, again, it's about the data. And so the 333 and flexible authorities and being responsive is extremely important. And so I appreciate the help and the assistance on those authorities.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.